How do and good morning all. Well, thanks very much for clicking on my video. Guess where I am? I'm back in the Peak District once again. Well, today's trip that you're joining me on is taking place in the Derwent Valley. Now once again, sorry, I'm just navigating some mud. Now once again, I'm heading up towards Derwent Edge, and this time I'm going to walk to back tour like I did the last time I was here, then get on Duke's Road and head a bit further along. I'm really looking forward to it. The spot that I've got in mind, it's getting on for about a year since the last camp there, so it should be good. The weather, it's predicted for 45-mile-per-hour gusts when I get up on tops. If it's too cold, I'll put my rain jacket on. That'll block the wind. Actually, this wind is a bit chilly on my ears. Just give us a second and I'll get back to you. That's better. Oh, my ears are out of that nippy cold wind. Now I've got my hat on. I also before had my sunglasses on. This sun is quite low in the sky, and when it does dart out from between the clouds, it can dazzle you a bit. Also, because this wind's quite chilly, it always makes my eyes water. It's done that since I was a little kid. So having those sunglasses on gives me a bit of a barrier between that and the wind. Now my rucksack, it's a little bit heavier than normal. That's not a bad thing because the extra exercise is keeping me warm. Whoops. Right, well, I'm going to plod on, and as always, I'll show you some views as I'm walking along, and I'll speak to you later. Well, I've just had to stop at one of my favourite viewing spots, not only to get my breath, but it's lovely, isn't it? Look at it. Oh, I'm so glad I'm here, even though it is a bit windy, and it's going to get windier as I head up there, up to the tops. Right, well, I'm going to linger here for a couple of seconds, get my breath back, and then plod on. Guess where I am? I'm at Wheelstones. I've just stopped for a breather, let you know where I'm up to, and it's quite windy now. I'm up on the tops. I've just got the steep bit, if you can call it steep, bit out of the way, and that way, ahead of me, I've got Derwent Edge leading towards Back Tor. So that's the direction I'm heading, but while I've stopped, I'm going to take the bag off, get my waterproof out, because it's good as a windbreaker, and get that on. Right, I'll get on with that. I've just arrived at Back Tor. There's the trig point up there. I think you can see it, the white thing up there. I've not done a great deal of filming since I think I last spoke to you at Wheelstones when I put my waterproofs on. Whoops, sorry, I'm getting blown around by this wind gust. As soon as I got them on, the shower started, and literally within 30 seconds it turned to an ice shower, and it was that bad. As I was walking along, I was thinking of putting my balaclava on because my nose was stinging with the ice. And then this wind was knocking me around, so I didn't really want to do any speaking to camera. Well, just behind me down there, that's where I've come up. And I don't know if you can see the fork in the road. That path will lead you down there towards Lost Lad. I'm not going that way. I'm going to take this path just here, which will lead me around the back of Back Tor and onto a track known as Duke's Road. Well, it's not far to my campsite from here. I've still got a fair way to go, like, but not as far as it is to Wheelstones. Right, well, I'll show you some views as I'm walking along, and I'll probably speak to you when I get to the campsite. But for now, I'm going to plod on. Well, I'm pleased to say I've arrived at my campsite. I don't know if you can see that rainbow over there behind me. I'll try and get a better picture of it. Not a bad view, is it, behind me? Well, this wind, it hasn't let up. I can either camp just over there or where my bag is. I'm right on the edge over there. Well, I'm pretty much on the edge wherever I am, but I'm a bit further back just here. So I think I'm going to get my tent up. I'm not hanging around. There's about an hour before sunset. So yeah, I'm going to get on with that, and I'll bring you back once I'm inside my tent and I'm a bit more sorted. I'm finally all sorted in my tent, just in time as well, because it just threw it down about a minute ago and the wind was howling. Well, I've got my sleeping bag lofting up, I've got my R-Value 7.2 inflatable mat inflated, I've got my pillow inflated, got my Easy Sleeper closed cell foam mat. What I've got to do next is take these waterproofs off. I've got a few more things to sort out, tiny little things. But I'm so relieved just to get out of that wind and out of the rain. So I'm going to get these waterproofs off, get my boots off and crack open a beer. I'll bring you back then. I've got my waterproofs off. I've got my synthetic puffer jacket on. Got me down over trousers, over top of my walking trousers, letting my socks air out before I put my down boots or down booties, however you want to call them. But I'm so glad to be out of that wind and to be here. It's been almost a year since I've been here, and I think I should celebrate the occasion by grabbing a tin of McEwen's Champion 7.3. Yum. Right, well, I'll just crack it open. Oh, that's a welcoming smell. Well, everybody, good health and cheers. By gum, that's good beer. Well, I'm just going to spend a few minutes unwinding, listening to this howling wind. It's supposed to be dropping down about sunset. Might go out, check the guy lines a bit later, see if anything's stretched. But in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy this, and I'll see you in a bit. Oh, that's good. Good morning, everybody. The time is, I think it's just gone 7:30. I've just woken up a few minutes back. I don't know what happened last night. I thought I'd wait till about 7 o'clock before I cook some food. And I think I was on my third can of beer, which I didn't finish. Until just now. Oh, beer for breakfast. I had all this cooking that I was going to do. Next thing, I woke up, it was midnight. So I didn't even say goodnight to anybody, I just rolled over and I went back to sleep. What a good night's sleep I had. I must have needed it. Right, well, I think I'm going to get a brew on. Yeah. See you in a bit. Well, that's me out of the tent. Didn't hang around. Got everything down, ready to go. Everything's packed up, as you can see on my back. Oh, it's very windy and cold. Crisp. Lovely. No clag though. There was a bit of rain earlier on. I had to wipe my tent down and let it dry out. But yeah, the gloves will be going on as soon as I stop filming. Well, that was a strange night. I meant to do a load of cooking, but completely fell asleep. Didn't do any filming, anything. Oh well, that's how it goes sometimes. I must have needed the sleep. I feel really good after it. Well, where my tracking poles are, just there. This is where I had my tent, into the wind, and thank God I had it into the wind last night. And I'm just doing the usual, where I have a last look around for any tent pegs, or more importantly, any bits of rubbish. But there's none that I can see, and if there was any, it will have blown away. But as we all do, we leave no trace so others can enjoy it. Right, well, I'll be heading across this moor and picking up the road known as Duke's Road. And then, I don't know if you'll be able to see on the skyline, heading up to Back Tor, up there, and then over onto Derwent Edge, and past Wheelstones, and then back down towards where I've got my car. So I'll show you some views, because there will be some today. Hopefully it's not as windy as it was yesterday. And yeah, I'll plod on. I'm back at the car. What a cracking morning walk that was. Really enjoyable. The weather has completely changed. It was still windy up on the tops, but not as bad as yesterday. Yeah, and the sun came out. I almost stopped on the way down to take this jacket off. It was getting that warm. I've had to take my hat off and my gloves. Yeah, what a brilliant camp up there. The video didn't turn out as I was expecting. On the way up, I was being knocked around by the wind and then battered in the face by ice showers. But I thought, oh, I'll make up for it when I get back to my tent. You may have heard me mention that my rucksack was quite heavy. Well, I had a frying pan, eggs, muffins, bacon grill, sauces, cheese. I was going to have a right nush. And then what happens? I fall asleep at 7 o'clock. Oh well. Well, I'm off out for another camp in about 3 days for a 2-nighter. So hopefully I'll be able to make up for it then and do a bit more speaking to the camera. Well, on that note, there's no further really to say, apart from thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. And as I always say, I'll look forward to your comments because I do enjoy reading those and replying to them. I'm about to get this kit off, chucking it back at car and start the drive home. But before I go, I just want to say thanks once again for watching. And until next time, when I'll see you again for another Hengist Wild Camps, it's cheerio from me. Bye all.